out there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Realtalk. It's been a little while since I've done a video by myself. I know Justin's been hogging the spotlight a little bit, which I don't mind. He can have his fun. We all like to have our fun here and there, but give me 1 second. But a topic I wanted to cover today that actually has been one that's been not really bugging me, but it has been quite fascinating to me, and that is the evolution of communication in human nature the last, I'd say, about 15 to 16 years. But I was just on Facebook, and a friend of mine on there was discussing how people were becoming more leaning towards social media and having social anxiety very, very badly now. And what I mean by that is, you meet somebody online, they're all friendly, you know, you really get to know them, but when you meet in person, all of a sudden it's like, you know, very, very awkward. Nobody says anything to the person. It's like, what's going on there? Why is there no serious communication between the people when they meet? And I look back, you know, 15 years ago, like when I was growing up, because I came from the tech generation before smartphones and cell phones were just really coming out and taking off. And it wasn't even really a cell phone, it was a green screen. You punch in numbers and you call an actual phone number to call somebody's house to talk to them. But a big thing that really bothers me about all of this, though, is text messaging. Don't get me wrong, I love the text too. But the thing is that I don't like about text messaging is how people misinterpret when you say something to somebody through a text message, like, hey, how you doing? What are you up to? That's a normal text message you say to somebody. Or, hey, dinner will be done at 5. Any chance while you're at the store can you grab pop, soda, whatever it is you want, you know, yada, yada, yada. But in this day and age, a lot of relationships are becoming solely based around social media like Facebook and, you know, text messaging, where like you say, oh, hey, how is your day, blah, 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 and you can't tell if the person is feeling emotion, like angry, upset, you know, just exhausted. And then all of a sudden that causes a issue in the relationship. And what I mean by that is when you're communicating via text message or Facebook, you really can't tell how the person really feels. And, you know, in my opinion, I think we need to go back to a time where, you know, people actually communicate face to face. Like another example I like to give is, I'm going to use a relationship issue I've been having recently. It's not technically a relationship, but it's a problem I've been having. But the party in question keeps misinterpreting my text messages, and I keep trying to explain to the party, you know, I prefer meeting face to face to discuss any type of issue or feelings, whatever might still be involved in this case. Now me, I'm not looking to be back in a relationship with this person, but she refuses to understand that, and keeps misinterpreting my text messages, like why don't you want to talk to me? It's like a simple message goes like this. If I say I want to try to hang out with you and, you know, talk and see what happens, then we can go from there. But if you keep saying, well, you seem upset with me, what's wrong? What's wrong? It's like, it's a text message. That's what it's for. Text messaging was created to make convenience for people who need to send out short-term messages, say for work, like get the TPS files out by tomorrow. Text message. Or you're texting your brother, your sister, your friend, parents, whatever. You say, hey, do me a favor when you're out. Can you grab me a slice of pizza, per se? Just per se. But, you know, it's one thing that really needs to change in the world of technology. Like, we're letting it consume us just so much. GPS, that's another thing as well. Like, I'm not going to go into every single piece of technology, but I'll cover GPS a little bit too today. GPS. Now, when I was growing up, see, I have a slight advantage from the 88 generation because I'm going to be 27 after all. Kids who grew up in the 80s into the early 90s just were starting to get into computers. When I was going into 5th grade, oh my, I got to see an Apple computer for the first time. So I was like in total disarray. I was like excited. But also, my parents were at the generation themselves of understanding, like for GPS I was getting to. Roads. Like, you don't need to have a GPS. If you use your mind and you know roads and streets, you follow them, they're going to get you where you need to go. You learn to know an area, and you grow and progress intelligently. You know your routes, you know where you're going. I can see for a long distance trip you might need GPS in another state, but otherwise, we are way too dependent on technology. And texting. Like, what happened to the days of making a phone call to a friend, girlfriend, parents, whatever? Now it's mostly text messaging. It's like depressing. It's sad. And I don't know what's going on in the world. Like, even though I have a smartphone, I use it only maybe a few times a day. I don't like using texting much. Like, I prefer talking to a person in person, or at least on the phone, and versus, hey, what are you up to? That person saying, hey, what are you doing, man? What's going on? Or if you might do it with your girlfriend, oh, hey, honey, how was your day? Did you get the roses that I got for you? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But, overall, technology is good and it's also evil. People, like, one thing you gotta learn in this world is, don't let technology become your brain. That's what we're letting it do to us, essentially. It's like you're letting technology consume you and take over your brain. For calculators, like, whatever happened to the basics of knowing math? Now, we all need a calculator to do it. It's like we're letting that take over our lives. America's getting stupider, too, from that. It's like, get back to the books. Like, what's so hard about picking a book up and reading it? And versus, using a calculator. Use your brain, It's like, it's not that difficult. I'm just saying, If you guys have any questions or have any related topics to this issue, feel free to shoot me a line. Subscribe down at the bottom of the channel. This is Real Talk in Black and White. I'm Bobby. I know it's been a while, guys. And I hope you guys have a great day and a good weekend. I'm sure I'll make another video here next week because I have some free time now. Oh, and I have to do a plug now because I am promoting music as well. It's something I'm doing on the side. But if you guys could please also check out Fresh One. That is the word fresh, the number 1. He's on YouTube. His new hit Goku just came out recently. And he's big out of New Ken. He's a really great guy. We've been working together personally for a couple years now. And I see him having a bright future in the music business. He's going to be a big name, I know for sure. But support him, share his videos. And guys, support us as well. Support me and Justin. Justin has the best, most awesome humor and a great singing voice I never knew about. Unfortunately, I know I look like I'm the meathead, but I'm the intelligent guy. I am who I am. You gotta have some brains for this operation, so that's why I'm here. But advice is the one thing I'm very good at giving. So, if you guys ever need help, that's why I'm out there. Anything at all. Anything you want to talk about, shoot me a question. I'll gladly help you guys out any way I can. This is Real Talk in Black and White once again, and I am Bobby. And you guys have a pleasant day and rock and roll, man. That's what I say.